to win it, end that 11-game losing streak against Phoenix, and get back into the series. They were plus 18 in the paint, and Phoenix didn't have a 20-point score in a postseason game for the first time since Game 3 of last year's NBA Finals. All right, let's hear from the Don himself, Luka, after the Game 3 win.
What difference was for you guys on the defensive end tonight?
The energy, man. I think the energy was insane. This crowd gets us going. The crowd was amazing, whole game. But the energy and the execution were way better. We trusted our shell, and that's what we got to do every game.
Luka, when you hear or when you get criticism and you feel are tough on yourself after the second half on the other day, do you use that as motivation in a game like this? And do you kind of feel the emotions, get even higher, wanting to respond to that?
I mean, I wouldn't say like, what's the first word you said?
Motivation.
But I knew I had to do better. That was really poor, that second half. I knew I could do better. I think I made a big jump on defense this year, and the second half was horrible by me. And I knew I had to get back to my team and play better defense.
You had a bunch of moments tonight where you're shouting, in excitement and just doing different things. I was curious, one instance, you kind of went like this a few times around Chris Paul. What did that exactly mean?
No, it wasn't about Chris Paul.
Okay.
Yes, but
Is it about the refs?
I don't know. I don't want to find. I'll tell you, I don't think those were fouls. I mean, it's playoffs, it's a physical game, but the fifth foul, I don't know the last time somebody called fifth foul on that one.
What was Luka? What was the difference guarding Chris Paul tonight, especially forcing 7 turnovers?
I mean, yeah, I think we did a great job. Reggie and Doro, man, those guys are incredible all year on defensive end. They showed today once again they're doing an amazing job, and they're our leaders on defense. And we go as they go on defense, and they've been amazing the whole year.
Luka, this is the first time Phoenix didn't shoot 50% or more from the field during the playoffs. What did you guys do to shut them down tonight?
I mean, our defense, like I say, with the energy we played on defense, we trusted our shell, and that was our defense.
Did you guys consider this as a must-win game tonight? Because if you go down 3-0 and nobody comes back from that.
I mean, we consider every game must win, especially in playoffs, but we're going to believe till the end. Somebody got to get to 4 wins. And no matter what you're down, where you're up, you got to believe always.
Luka, obviously Jason calls you the quarterback of the team. Did you feel some responsibility yourself to help get Jalen going, especially early in the game?
I mean, he's a great player. He's going to figure out. Obviously, people have bad games. Everybody has bad games. But he had an amazing game today. And, he was just being aggressive, and that's what he do.
Luka Doncic continues to pile up playoff numbers. How about these career postseason stats in what is, I think that's 18 playoff games now as of tonight, 33.
Unbelievable.
almost 9 assists, 49, 39, 64% free throws need work.
But he's not perfect.
Not perfect. He is imperfect, but he was a handful tonight.
Yeah, so maybe. But it's chippiness both ways. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not quite sure how. Yeah, I'm not going there. It's one of those deals where it's a physical, chippy game. So maybe that has something to do with it.
Monty, when you see Chris at 9 shot attempts and Book at 13, is that just a matter of what Dallas is trying to do defensively? Do you think they weren't aggressive enough? Is there anything you attribute?
It's just turnovers. I mean, you give them 17. Our team, and those two typically, they never have those high turnover games like that. So we'd love for those guys to get more attempts, especially with the minute total that they had. It's something else I have to, look at the film and see. But I think the times where we did get it out, and Jay and Mikal were attacking the paint off of that, it was good offense for us. But I mean, they had a number. Shucks, they had. Is that 14 more possessions than us? I mean, when you only have 76 attempts, that's normal NBA teams are around 95, right? So we were in the deficit in that category.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Williams' thoughts right there. And quickly, we transition to Jason Kidd, whose Mavericks are back in this series, now trailing 2-1.
Yes, Jason, you talked about the other players joining the party with Luka. What'd you think about the party tonight?
Yeah, it was great. I thought it was a great team win. You know, JB, Spencer, Maxey, Luka, Reggie, Doe, everybody joined the party. They helped out on both ends. And then Luka was great defensively. He participated too, so it puts us in a different position when that happens.
What did you guys do to force Chris Paul into 7 turnovers on his birthday, by the way?
Happy birthday, CP. I think when you look at we were active. Our hands were active. We got deflections that led to steals. You know, we came out aggressive. There was carryover from game 2 in those first 3 quarters, and we played 48 minutes tonight. And so it's a great win, but now this game is over, and now it's, you know, a quick turnaround here for Sunday.
What specifically do you think happened to get JB going? It seemed like you were determined and he was determined that he was going to be aggressive in the first quarter.
Well, I just wanted him to be aggressive. Like we talked before the game, just be yourself. And I thought this was the first time he was aggressive. He didn't wait. He wasn't, you know, surveying. The ball touches the paint, and again, as we talked all season, when the ball touches the paint, good things happen for us. We make a lot of, you know, right basketball plays, and JB did that for us tonight. Luka was great in the post, putting pressure on their defense, and we're going to need that again on Sunday.
Jason, after Luka was critical of himself on defense and got some criticism in the second half the other day, how did you see him respond to that? And do you think that kind of shows on the court in terms of his fire and just kind of his emotional disposition out there tonight? Yeah,
I think he's one that's never run from criticism. We've seen that early in the season. He admits when he hasn't played well, but he tends to come back the next game and play well. And I think that just he has ownership, and he knows how much we need him to not just play well on the offensive end, but participate on the defensive end. And I thought he did a great job on both ends tonight.
Jason, against Utah, I know that at times you guys were trying to speed up the tempo. Tonight, you held them to 88 possessions. Really seemed like you were trying to slow it down. Do you think that had an effect on the result tonight?
Oh, well, Tim, that's a good question. I thought that we were playing super fast, but I guess not. We were just trying to play at our pace. We wanted to explore. We wanted to attack early in the shot clock, as we talked about in the first 2 games. We were getting shots up against the clock and deep into the clock, and they're a really good defensive team, and so we felt that we needed to be a little bit more aggressive early in that clock. But I guess we were playing slow. It felt like we were playing fast because we got a lot of shots, I thought, early in the clock, a lot of threes that we haven't gotten in the first 2 games.
And then Maxey was a lot of the times the guy attacking closeouts and making plays off the dribble, you know, hitting 2-pointers. You know, how much does that open up the offense, and just how much is that important to y'all's game? Yeah,
it gives, you know, our drivers, the guys who are going to attack, when when Maxey's shooting the ball the way he is and the way they're playing them, it helps us to be able to get to the paint and to be able to get to the rim. And then for him, the way they're closing out, we trust that he's going to make the right play. No different than in the pick and roll. If they channel 5 us and he has to become the playmaker, with the closeout, he's making all the right reads.
Jason, you mentioned the active hands and the aggression. Wondered if you could specifically talk about Reggie's play on defense and what he did well.
Yeah, Reggie's done this for us all season. He's always been asked to guard one of the 2 best players on the floor. He never complains. He gives everything. He's exhausted at the end of the night. And then we ask him also to throw in some threes. And so he's played his role. He's been in character in this series for us. And again, he was big for us with active hands, with deflections, not always coming up with the steal or just trying